Welcome once again to the Glacial Drumlin State Trail. So this trail is really long. It's 52 miles one way, so that would make for a 104-mile round trip. There is no way I'm gonna be able to do that, so this is one of those trails I'm gonna break up into segments, and we're gonna be checking those out hopefully sometime this spring. And then tomorrow morning we're gonna start right from this parking lot right here, and then we're going to continue heading west and go all the way to Lake Mills. Good morning, everyone. I am coming to you today from the town of Sullivan, Wisconsin. It is at this point where we are going to finish off the Glacial Drumlin State Trail. Yesterday's ride came from Waukesha, worked its way this way, and this was our stopping point for about a 39-mile ride. Then we made our way back to Waukesha. Today's ride is to finish the last segment of this trail that we have not yet ridden, which will be heading west this way towards Lake Mills. Last year we did the ride that went from Cottage Grove to Lake Mills, so this is the last section that we need to finish off to complete this trail. So yesterday's portion had about 13 miles of paved trail. This part of the trail has no paved trail, so it's all just crushed limestone. So I'm expecting that the trail quality will be similar to yesterday, which is pretty good. Today's ride should be somewhere right around the same as yesterday's ride, which should be right around between 38 and 40 miles or so. This trailhead here has a parking lot. They have restrooms. They've got a drinking fountain, which they just turned on, actually. You can see the crew over here trimming back a tree. They had us move our car so as not to drop branches on our car, so that's good. Pedal power. All right, so while looking at the map, it looks like there aren't as many restrooms on this portion of the trail, so I think I saw only one in between here and Lake Mills. Sullivan, as I said, has a restroom. Lake Mills has a restroom. So I think there's one somewhere near the middle. So we'll check that area out to see what other kind of amenities they have there. But other than that, we're headed west. Okay, so we've made it to what I believe is the only restroom between Sullivan and Lake Mills. So it's not directly on the trail. As you saw on the TimeWarp video, the trail is right over here, and then we were just gonna cut across. They do have a sign. I took a picture of that, as you saw, to show you where the restrooms are, and it's just a little bit up to here. They have a sheltered picnic area, which is nice. They have a restroom here, garbage cans. Looks like they got a swing set and a little playground here, barbecue. So, and just as an FYI, the bike said 5.0 miles. So this restroom is about 5 miles away from Sullivan. So all we're gonna do now is take a quick break and then start heading west. Okay, so we've hit County Highway Y. It's at this point where the Glacial Drumlin State Trail has about 1.5 miles of on-road trail. So it's not connected by trail the entire way through. We're forced to ride on road. Now, at least for County Highway Y, they do have a shoulder here that's lined, so that's good. It looks like it should give us enough room to ride. At some point, I believe we're going to be hanging a right, and then we'll kind of see exactly what that one looks like when we get there. Okay, so we were on County Y for a little bit. Now we're going to turn right on Junction Road. It looks like Junction Road is not as major of a road as County Y is. So we're just going to be heading down this way for what I suspect won't be much more than 1 mile, and then get back on the trail. Okay, so it's at this point where the Glacial Drumlin State Trail gets off of the current road and goes down this dead-end road. It looks like it ends with a cul-de-sac. You should know we're right around, looks like the bike says 12.1 miles, All Trails says 11.9 miles. So right here they have a BP gas station and an A&W restaurant. We might actually stop over there to get a root beer. Okay, so obviously we stopped here at the A&W. It's connected to the gas station here, the BP, so it's actually just one building here. The restrooms were nice and clean. As I wait for my wife, I can actually see the trail over this way. So there's a cul-de-sac right behind this property line, and at the very end of the cul-de-sac is where the trail begins again, and it looks like it's going to weave around this expressway here to get to the other side. So it doesn't look like there's a way to just cut through easily, so we're just going to go back to the road and hop on that street and then go through till the end of the cul-de-sac. Okay, so once you get on the other side of all of those roads, over the bridge and through the little tunnel over here, it looks like there's a trailhead right here. There is no restroom or anything, but you do have access to trail parking here. There's also a pay station here. Okay, so we've made it to Lake Mills. So it is at this point that we have completed the entirety of the Glacial Drumlin State Trail. So at the trailhead here in Lake Mills, they do have restrooms. They do have parking here. You could also pay your trail fee over here. Looks like they have some bike racks here. The actual trailhead sign is across the street over there. So the bike says 20.0 miles. That's with any incidental miles. All trail says 19.6. So all that's left to do at this point is to turn around and make our way back to Sullivan, pack everything up and start heading home. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to Sullivan. All Trail says 37.1. The bike says 37.8. Based on our recollection, this tree was not down when we were headed back this way. So this must have fallen between the time we went through this area and the time we came back. Or it fell more, perhaps. But we didn't have to cross, like we're gonna have to cross this branch here. We didn't have to do that on the way west. So we're encountering that on the way east. So there are definitely a lot more trees down on this section of trail than there were yesterday. There were 0 trees down yesterday, and this one I think would be the 4th tree down. So, all right, so we're gonna have to bring the bikes over that branch and crouch down and make our way to the other side. Okay, so we've made it back to Sullivan, Wisconsin here at the trailhead. Looks like they just clipped some of the branches here. I thought they had originally told us they were going to take down the entire tree, but they left a lot of debris here for sure. So the bike says 40.0 miles. All Trail says 39.2. Now that we've completed the Glacial Drumlin State Trail, we divided that into 3 separate rides. I do believe I like this section the least. And again, as compared to yesterday, they had a lot more trees down on this section of trail than they did on yesterday's section between Waukesha and Sullivan. So let me know what you think of the trail in the comments below. If you've ridden the Glacial Drumlin State Trail, let me know where your favorite section of the trail is. So all that's left to do is pack these bikes up and start making our way home. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next ride. Do you have a trail recommendation for me? Let me know in the comments below.